This is in response to Billy's Talking Points memo from Thursday, March 19th, 2015, seeking the attention of the American voter. And I don't know where Billy's coming. He goes all over the place in here, but let's try and recap a little bit. Billy indicated that Bibi Netanyahu got reelected because the Israelis see a very, very scary world out there, and they decided to vote for the strong man, the man who would protect them. And that would be Bibi. So he's making a subtle jab at Obama because all what's been going on in the Republican circles, especially with their new lover, which is Putin, is that he's a strong man. He makes a decision on his own. All right. So he has to take a dig on Obama that way, and then he goes into the liberal policies of the of the Democratic Party and how that they are not in that they're under fire right now, and. Then he brings back a couple of things that Obama had said recently. I think he was in Cleveland the other day touting his economic record, basically talking about the fact that the number of jobs that they've had. He also is Obama is getting much more comfortable criticizing the Republicans because he knows they won't work with him on certain things. He's touting his economic record, and which I think is what he needs to do. Hopefully he's also setting the groundwork to pass that on to the next Democratic nominee. If that's Hillary or if that's someone else, he's passing that along. So Billy has to trash it. And Obama makes some comparisons about the different types of facts that you might get on Fox as opposed to MSNBC. And that's where Billy really needs to put his foot down and tell us what it's really going on. Because Billy points out that facts can be a funny thing. And I like to point out that Billy specializes in taking, something that might be 5% true, and weaving around a whole scenario of things, causes and possibilities, etc. And all of a sudden, that thing that's about 5% true now becomes 95% true or 100% true. So he wants to trash Obama coming up here, and he wants to use his facts. And his facts, work, but the narrative is completely wrong. So he goes into the fact that, let's just say, he wants to compare Bush and Obama. Why he wants to do that, I don't really know, but he throws in some stuff, and let's have some fun with it. So he pointed out in 2007, the median family income under Bush was $56,000, and in 2015, it's only $54,000 under Obama. Thereby creating the illusion that, Obama really sucks because it hasn't even gone back. Well, remember, we had something what was called the Great Recession, where at the beginning of sometime in 2008, the unemployment rate started to go down, and then it just skyrocketed down to the point that we were losing up to 600,000 jobs per month, which started out, I believe, in early May of 2008 and went almost till May of 2009 into the Obama presidency. And it has been a very, very long thing. They've called it the Great Recession because we did stop the bleeding, but it's been a very, very slow process getting back up. And I blame our friends and my sisters and brothers on the Republican side who wanted nothing to do to make the economy work because Obama would get credit for it. So they didn't want anything to do to help the American people at all. So the reason why it's only 54,000 under Obama is because that we took such a hit that we haven't even recovered from it yet. And our Republican brethren are to blame for most of all of that. Billy also wants to point out that the unemployment rate, again, was 4.4% in May of 2007. Remember, May of 2007 is before the unemployment rate started to go back up under Bush and continued to go back up under Bush. And then in February of 2015, it was 5.5% under Obama. But let's take another aspect in this. In the entire 8 years of the Bush presidency, I think they created approximately about 1 million jobs. So there was a mild recession as Bush was taking office. It exacerbated more after 2011. Then unemployment started going down, employment started going up. And then towards the end of the Bush presidency, unemployment went skyrocketing down. And that continued into the Obama presidency. So the net number of gains that Bush had in his 8 years was about 1 million, a little less, a little more, not a whole lot. As of right now, Obama has created approximately 10 million new jobs in the United States. Do we have a long way to go? Yes, we do. Should these people be getting paid more? Yes, they should. Has it mostly been more service sector jobs than other jobs? Yes, it has. Would we like to have more manufacturing, more construction? Yes, we would. That hasn't quite happened, but we're still striving hoping for that. But let's get back into it. Remember, when Obama came in January of 2009, we were losing 600,000 jobs per month. That steadied off and went back up a little bit. Now we've had job growth, I believe, for 50 straight months. And in that amount of time, they have created approximately 10 million new jobs altogether. You take out the unemployed from before all of those who take out the unemployment aspect. It's about 7 million total net new jobs that Obama has created since he's come into office, far exceeding Bush. See, Billy only wants you to hear his portion of the facts, doesn't want to give you the entire story. He wants to blame the recession, the Great Recession, not on Bush, not on the fact that he wasn't he wasn't taking care of the people. He didn't accept his fiduciary responsibility to take care of the American people. He accepted his responsibility just to provide for the rich, and look where that got him. No, he doesn't want to blame trickle-down economics. He wants to blame the housing factor, which, remember, the housing factor was just one of many reasons that we had a Great Recession. Was it a strong reason? Yes, it was. But there was many warning signs that went to Bush and to people in his administration about what was coming up, and they really didn't do anything about it. But Billy wants to blame Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac. He wants to blame the fact that people took out loans that shouldn't have taken out loans. Again, facts are funny things. So he wants to take this whole narrative of the fact that really Obama's really doing bad, especially compared to Bush, which isn't even remotely true. And then he wants to go in and tout Fox News because they're number one. That you should believe us, and that our facts are better than anyone else's facts, and all these other stations are going downhill. And just because you're number one doesn't mean that you're telling the truth. So, and then you go on to tout all the people on Fox News, and they're just puff and smoke all over the place. And these are just they're okay writers. That maybe they have a little bit of economic background, but you don't really even have people on that really know. They're good at talking. That's what they're good at, is talking. They're good at making a scenario that makes it sound like Obama and Bush, the Obama administration sucks. But again, all you want to do is tout your aspect of Fox News being great, so that people will continue to watch you, so that you can give them your version of the facts, and your versions of the facts suck. They really do.